Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Introspective, and welcome back to Smash 4 Character Positives. Now, I know I've been spacing this series out, but that's because I really have to be in the mood to make these, and to truly give my genuine positive opinion of every character, I have to be in the proper mood, and today I am. So luckily for you guys, these next 2 days I'm going to be actually finishing up this series. So we'll be doing the 4th row of characters today, tomorrow we'll be doing the final row of characters, and with that being said, let's get started. Now, it may seem like a broken record at this point, but Rob, once again, is exactly the kind of character that we need in Smash Bros. An obscure icon in Nintendo, but he ends up being a fucking awesome fighter in this game. And Raw Rob was really fun, and Smash 4 Rob to me is also really fun. And the thing about Rob is that he's frustrating to fight against, but it's a good kind of frustrating, and it stems from the fact that to really get under someone's skin as Rob, you have to play him optimally, and that requires really good zoning, and really good gyro traps, and gyro setups, and things like that, and it's not the kind of thing that you can really get too pissed off about, because Rob's not the best character. I mean, I'd say he's pretty underrated, but he's nowhere near like a high tier or a top tier. But if you use him optimally, it is going to piss your opponent off, and it's always kind of fun with Rob to, you know, get under your opponent's skin. I think it's a healthy kind of frustration, and that's what makes Rob fun for me. I usually use him for fun. I don't play him all the time, but every time I do, I always enjoy it. I always try to go for that gyro combo spike, and yeah, I think Rob is really fun, so I'm glad he's in Smash Bros. Because this is the kind of fucking character that we need, man. Speaking of frustration, a lot of people tend to get frustrated when fighting Ness, and as a result, he's one of the more hated characters. But can you really blame a Ness main for doing the things that Ness does? I mean, Ness has the tools available, and that's what makes him a good character. Are you gonna blame a Ness main for doing down throw to fair? I mean, that's a great way to build up damage. Are you gonna blame them for using PK Fire to set up a back throw? No, because that's a good confirm, and back throw is his best kill move. I mean, that's just what Ness is, and Ness mains understand that. They know what they signed up for. They know that people aren't gonna like the fact that they have those tools and their character doesn't, and as a result, yes, he's a frustrating character, but Ness mains always find a way to set it up and get their kills, and I think that's why Ness is generally hated, because a lot of people just don't know how to fight him, I guess, and yeah. Ness mains, just keep doing what you do, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Ah yes, Captain Falcon, the motherfucking king of style. Now, Captain Falcon is a character that often gets stereotyped for being a for glory character, but surprisingly enough, high-level Falcon play has come a fucking long way since the start of Smash 4. I think Captain Falcon is honestly one of the most developed characters in the meta since this game came out, and now we're seeing all sorts of really sick 0 to death combos with him. I mean, the footstool combos. You do footstool, dare lock, F tilt lock, then you do like up air, and then, you know, footstool them again to another dare to fucking knee, and you're dead. I mean, it's awesome. Captain Falcon is honestly still one of the most hyped characters. He is a cornerstone of Smash Bros, and Falcon mains always go for style no matter what. You play a Falcon, prepare to, at least in theory, get styled on, and yeah, obviously he's just a lot of fucking fun to play. The things you can pull off with this character, he's so fast, he's so fluid, and overall, Captain Falcon is just Captain fucking Falcon, man. Now, I laughed my ass off when Villager was revealed for Smash 4 because once again, I was like, Sakurai, yes, this is what we need in this game. Villager is just so goofy and hilarious, man, and I was seeing his moveset and I was just laughing because where else are you gonna find a character like this in a fighting game? You just aren't. It's the uniqueness of Smash Bros. He once again embodies what Smash is all about, and he's super fun. And Renai came out and just showed that Villager is actually a good character. He took the world by storm. He showed all the cool shit that you could do, and There's things like, you know, the bowling ball ledge guard. I mean, to get ledge guarded by a bowling ball, to get killed by a fucking bowling ball or a tree, that's what makes Villager Villager. And Villager mains, they understand that he's a goofy character, he's a fun character. You get to put people in a fucking net and throw them to the blast zone. You get to plant trees on the stage. You get to float around on balloons. His recovery is so good too. Like, Villager's a good character, and he has good zoning tools. His Lloyd Rocket is really good for zoning and setups and all sorts of things. I could kind of harp on about Villager. I low-key really like this character, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna cut it off here. Yeah, Villager is fucking awesome. Now I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I actually used Olimar back in Brawl. Way back in Brawl. Like, before I even knew what competitive Smash was, Olimar was one of my quote-unquote mains. I really thought he was cool. I thought he was fun, and I didn't understand that, you know, he was a little overpowered in that game. I mean, he had 6 Pikmin back then. But maybe that's why when I talk about Olimar these days, I'm kind of just channeling my inner frustrations, because I look back on those days and I think, wow, I was a fucking scrub. And I'm not calling Olimar players scrubs at all, but when I see Olimar now, I just remind myself of how cancerous I used to be using Olimar. And I'm not saying Olimar is necessarily cancerous, but the way that I used him was very cancerous. I just threw Pikmin, and, you know, I just went for smash attacks, and it was just really the most basic playstyle possible. But the thing about Olimar is, I mean, that's kind of what he does, you know? He does just throw Pikmin. I mean, look at the clip right now of DeBuzz playing. What is he doing? He's pretty much just throwing Pikmin. I mean, that's how you play Olimar. He's very zony, he's very campy, he builds up damage with his Pikmin, and that's the character. I mean, I can't really say anything too overwhelmingly positive about the character. I just honestly don't like him that much, but if you're an Olimar main, no hard feelings. I don't resent you as a player. I can understand why people enjoy the character. I mean, he does have a very niche playstyle, and that's all I can really genuinely say about Olimar. Again, if you're an Olimar main, do you. I don't resent you as a player, but on the bright side, there's honestly not too many negative things to say about Olimar. I'm just not a fan of his playstyle. Now, a lot of people probably think that Wii Fit Trainer is Sakurai's finest troll, and honestly, it's up there. But the thing that makes Wii Fit Trainer so interesting is the fact that Sakurai took this one concept, fitness, yoga, sports, and translated it into a Smash Bros. Playstyle that actually functions so uniquely, and it's just so genius, man. It's just so smart, and that's what makes Wii Fit Trainer so cool as a character. Now, they may not be the best character. I mean, lower tiers for sure. Not necessarily bottom of the barrel, but they're no top tier. And the thing that makes Wii Fit stand out to me is the hitboxes of their moves. Like, for example, the way that you use their moves really depend on where you hit them. So you can jab block with the back part of Fair, their foot, but you can't jab block with other parts of the hitbox. And it's really up to the player to kind of maneuver the character more than others, because, you know, if you're throwing out an up air with Cloud, you really just need to be in one position. You need to be underneath of your opponent, and you need to throw out the up air. But with Wii Fit Trainer, if you're gonna throw out a Fair or a Nair, you know, you really have to kind of position yourself just because of the way the hitboxes work. And that's one thing that makes Wii Fit Trainer so interesting to play, and I love her special moves, or their special moves, you know. I know there's a male Wii Fit Trainer main, so I'm gonna say there. The volleyball is honestly one of the funniest things to spike with. I mean, because it's actually like getting spiked in volleyball, you know, a volleyball spike. Like, it's just so funny that Sakurai made that a spike move. And then, you know, the Sun has a win box, so you can like fuck with Lil Mac off stage with the Sun win box. I mean, it's just great stuff. Wii Fit Trainer is a character that I was a little hesitant at first when I saw in the trailer. I was hoping for other characters, but as time went on, I really grew to appreciate this character. And yeah, I can see why people really enjoy Wii Fit Trainer. Now, I've never played Xenoblade, so I don't really have any emotional connection to Shulk as a character, and I don't even want to speak on the character itself, really. I want to talk more about the players. Now, the players are probably the most dedicated players in all of Smash 4, because they lab for hours and hours trying to find new Shulk tech. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how long it takes them to master, they will go above and beyond to make sure that they know everything there is to know about this character. And the thing about Shulk is you have to work really hard to get your kills with him, because like I said, you can do some crazy tech with him, but with Shulk, it's like you do the crazy tech and it's about as rewarding as just picking Mario and doing a few up airs or an up smash, you know? It's like Shulk mains are so dedicated because they love this character and love doing the crazy stuff, love doing the technical stuff, love the grind that comes with Shulk. If you main Shulk, prepare to do a lot of labbing, a lot of research, a lot of practicing to even get to a point where you can even win consistently with the character, because to me, he's probably one of the hardest characters in the game to use, and it's a combination of, you know, his overall ability to perform as a character isn't as great as some, and the amount of tech skill, the amount of Monado awareness and knowledge that you have to have, knowing which Monado to use in which situation, knowing what's best for the character at all times is critical, and that takes a lot of dedication and effort and practice, and for that I salute Shulk mains, and yeah, they're probably the most dedicated players in all of Smash 4 in my opinion. So as a clone character, Dr. Mario obviously gets some flack. Oh, why is Dr. Mario in this fucking game when we already have Mario? We could have had a completely original character. But truth be told, Dr. Mario is completely different from Mario because their moves work differently, he has a different down B, his recovery works differently, his combos work differently, his setups, everything about Dr. Mario is pretty much different than regular Mario. There are some similarities obviously, but for the most part, you want to play Dr. Mario vastly different from the way that you would use Mario. And I prefer using Dr. Mario over Mario because I love his fucking fair. His fair is godlike, okay? It even combos out of down throw at certain percentages on certain characters, and just punching someone in the fucking face and watching them fly to the blast zone and die at 80 it's marvelous, to be honest with you. Dr. Mario can still do some cool stuff. He has the pill resets, he has the forward tilt reset, he can do some crazy combos, some crazy 0 to deaths. His cape is obviously very strong. The only reason that people would not pick Dr. Mario in tournament for the most part is because of his recovery. Most would choose Mario, but Dr. Mario to me has earned his spot on this roster because he is quite fun, and like I said, he's vastly different from Mario in a lot of ways, and Doc mains are always pretty fucking good players because, you know, they really have to play up when using Dr. Mario because he has a lot of bad matchups, and I don't know, when I find a good Dr. Mario, I tend to play them for a long time because I like to experiment with this character as well and learn from them. Now, if you main Dark Pit, you most likely main Pit as well because they're so similar, and once again, it's probably because of his versatility and overall balance. Now, Dark Pit has a few minor tweaks to regular Pit, but essentially they play the same, and I think that goes to show that these two characters are even more, you know, well designed and balanced because you can create two of them and get away with it. And it's the fact that they're both very versatile. Dark Pit still has all the great tools. He has the great recovery, he has the good neutral. His arrows are different than Pit's, and his side B is different as well, but his side B, I think, overall outweighs the arrows in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a Pit and Dark Pit expert, but I'd take the side B over the directional arrows, in certain matchups at least. Yeah, Dark Pit is probably the character that I would pick between the two, and it shows that people who use these two characters can play one or the other, and it goes to show that they're versatile as well. So props to Dark Pit and Pit mains because he is just an honest character, a well-balanced character, and he's fun as well. Oh, Lucena, I know a lot of people were waiting for her. Now, at first, I will admit, I thought Lucena was a waste of a character slot. I was like, why do we have a character that plays exactly like Marth but doesn't have the tipper? But now, I have finally seen the light, and I realize that Lucena does have her own strengths. Her sword overall is stronger than Marth's if she doesn't hit a tipper, so against certain characters that can really get in on Marth, it's more optimal to play Lucena actually. If you play Marth, you should play Lucena, and if you play Lucena, you should play Marth. But if you play Marth, you definitely want to have a pocket Lucena because she is better in certain matchups. Characters that can just get in on Marth, it's better to pick Lucena because you don't have to rely on your spacing as much. If you can't space tippers against certain characters that are super rushdown, then Lucena will benefit more because she has the overall stronger sword on all ranges, you know? So Lucena does have her benefits. She plays exactly like Marth, so she's still fun, obviously, because Marth is very fun, so that makes Lucena a lot of fun. And now that I know, understand that she has her perks and benefits, yeah, I can see why she is actually in this game. And for the record, she is not actually flat-chested. She bound her chest down to give the illusion that she was a man. So, yeah, I'm sorry for all the flat jokes. I was uneducated. I'm a fool. PacMan is an amazingly technical character, and it all stems from the fact that he can do so many things, and the execution that it takes to accomplish everything that this character is capable of. His neutral B items, every single item has its use, and that's been proven by top level PacMans. His side B setups, his up B usage on stage, his hydrant setups and traps. I mean, PacMan does so many amazing things, and what makes it even more elevated is the fact that it's not just using the neutral B, it's using the neutral B with the hydrant or using the neutral B with a grab. It's taking all of his tools and meshing them together in a way that's so coherent and unique and spectacular to watch and frustrating to play against because it's so hard to learn the PacMan matchup, because every time I fight a good PacMan, I find out that he can do something that I never even knew that he was capable of doing after 2 years almost of playing this game. So PacMan always continues to astound me. I love seeing top level PacMans find out new things. Seeing a top PacMan for the first time is always a treat, and his meta is going to be insane. I can just tell that PacMan will eventually develop into a character that will be very scary, and yeah, he's fucking iconic. I mean, what more can you say? He's the full package. But that's gonna do it for part 4 of Smash 4 character positives. Thank you all for watching as always. Like I said at the start, I will be doing the finale of this series tomorrow. I'm so sorry that I spaced this out so much, but I'm just glad to be finally finishing it for everyone who's enjoyed it. Thank you so much for supporting everything I do. If you want to continue supporting the channel, feel free to leave a like or leave a comment, and I will see you all tomorrow for the finale. So yeah, deuces.